when it comes to environment, their behavior, and also their consideration on how to act on it. So therefore, we decided to identify the possible causes between the dichotomy. The dichotomy is, yes, there is a positive attitude that climate change needs to be addressed, and the dichotomy lies also in the fact that they are resistant or so-called, they do not have any alternatives of what action they.
பெட்ரோல்லாம் கார்பரேட் ஆகும்.
So while this gave you
living a life, a way of life, which enables good action on climate change. We've discovered that most of our fellow citizens, in excess of 80% in most cities, 97% in Chennai, are aware of climate change. And more than 80% of people want to live a life or take action which is responsible and which helps the planet do better. But they say that they don't always have alternatives. So it is now up to us, both business and government, to provide alternatives to citizens so that they can lead a way of life which is climate friendly, which reduces emissions, and which will make the world a more livable place for all of us. This new climate friendly way of life is what we've termed as alternativism. You could take the whole world together looking for alternativism, or you could break it up and say alternativism, which is you change the way we do things now. That's why we find this to be a very interesting word, and we want alternativism to become an ethos in the way of life of Indians going forward. I must say that, there were times when many of us have lived in an environment of reasonable scarcity. And we have actually practiced things or lived in a way in which we've reused, we've recycled, we've not wasted, we have not thrown things away. And today we find those are the responsible ways of life. And just because there is increased prosperity, there is no reason why we should not go back and continue to be as responsible as we were before. We are lucky in India that there are still many people who can remember the responsible way they used to live earlier. And we just have to be conscious about it and continue doing the same.